when Candace Owens says, I don't know, but I know, that is retarded. And we are all more retarded for having heard it.
Well, Ben, when it comes to you and having worked with you, I just know. I just know the tactics that you use to feign popularity in the public. I just know the amount of money that you are willing to spend on advertising to inflate your numbers to make people think that you're popular. So, yeah, I don't have to say we don't know no when it comes to you. You are such a joke of a little man. Your jealousy against Tucker, your ability to believe that you can keep manipulating the markets. You know, those kids booed you on that stage. The amount of messages I got from Turning Point USA people
Tell
saying,
him,
what is
Candace.
happening? Why is he on this stage standing against everything that Charlie believed in? That's what you're doing. You're standing against everything that Charlie believed in because you weren't his friend. He didn't like you for that very reason.
Also, let's be frank, he wasn't even originally invited to this event. The only reason that he was invited was because the Daily Wire or Ben Shapiro himself donated $1 million, and then he was invited. Tucker Carlson was actually friends. He was close with Charlie Kirk. Like, they talked regularly and had more, I would say, agreement on politics and policy decisions. But Ben Shapiro, he's a Zionist.
Look at you, and I just think you are such a little worm. I could see you right now, probably. What can we get out to her? We're going to sue her into bankruptcy again, right? Sue her for every infraction, every word that I don't like, and every time my feelings are hurt. Because what you really believe in is Baal Berith. That's what your people believe in. You believe that you are contract lords and that people are not allowed to violate contracts or you will ruin them for years. You fire someone and you effectively stalk and harass them for years after. I'm here to let you know that I'm done with it. I am done with it. This one is so fully off of the mother effing plantation. Truly, Ben Shapiro, fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
Talk your shit, girl. Talk your shit. I love it. I love it, absolutely. And you know, they accept the narrative and then tell you to shut up and pretty much forgive the killer, as Erica Kirk did. But if you dare to ask questions about your friend and his assassination just because what you're being told doesn't seem to add up, then you're called anti-Semitic. It is a joke. It is an absolute joke. You could literally have video evidence of Israel committing, I mean, we already have that, but committing crazy crimes. And just because you call them out, they will call you anti-Semitic. That's how stupid this anti-Semitic game has become. Very dumb. I don't even play that shit anymore. I just call him a Zionist. He's an Israel first shill who should move the hell to Israel, since that is his favorite land and country.
And I say that on behalf of the world. I know you're going to get applauded by Konstantin Kisin and Andrew Christ is King Klavan and all of the people, the men who have to keep applauding what you do like you're a 4-year-old to make you feel good. But the rest of the world can't stand you. You're obnoxious. You have absolutely no values that exist outside of the Talmud. You describe yourself as a Talmudic Jew, and I've learned what's in that Talmud, and I encourage other people at home to learn what is in that Talmud so that you know what Ben thinks of you, because he doesn't just hate me, he hates you too, white men. He hates all Black people, okay? If he's following the rules of the Talmud, I mean, when I say hates, they think that we're animals, that they have a right to own us, that they have a right to make us worship them, that they have a right to lie to us, that they have a right to sue us and take everything that we have, that they have a right to deceive us, that they have a right to treat Charlie the way that he treated Charlie while he was alive, only to then try to defraud the population.
Let's speak about that really quick, because before Charlie Kirk died, all these Zionists were out attacking him. And then the minute he was assassinated, those same people that were attacking him and tried to cancel him, Ben Shapiro being at the forefront, then proceeded to pretend like they were his best friend. All over, asking questions about Israel committing genocide. October 7th, which we know Bibi was behind, and he told stand down order her. He pushed a stand down order. And just because you're asking questions, it's unacceptable. But if you look at every policy decision Ben Shapiro has argued for, masks, the you know what in our bodies. I mean, the Ukraine war, funding Israel, the U.S. liberty, I don't know if I've ever seen him be right on any side of history unless it benefits Israel, then he'll actually speak the truth. But if it doesn't benefit Israel, he will lie, and deceive you.
Thinking that he is somehow a part of his legacy, that he somehow cared about Charlie Kirk and cares to protect the people that are working at Turning Point USA. Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye. Question is, how much more money is Ben Shapiro going to spend to make people think that he's popular? How many more articles is his father going to write under a pen name, Hank Berrien of the Daily Wire, under the pen name Hank Berrien, as he wrote while Ben was at Breitbart, before he turned his back and betrayed them too, because that is his nature. One of these belly creatures, sliver on. The question is, how many more weeks and years do we have to keep pretending like Ben Shapiro is relevant?
Well, the simple answer is he's not relevant. He's losing what, 5 to 10,000 subscribers average per week. No one listens to him at all unless you're a Zionist or you're uneducated or you're an old neocon boomer Republican who still watches Fox News. No one besides that listens to this guy anymore. He offers zero solutions to any of the problems that we're actually having in America. Instead, he wants to spend all of our taxpayer funds in Israel. So let's see. I have Megyn Kelly and Steve Bannon actually responding to what Ben Shapiro said. Let's see Steve Bannon first.
Now, Benji Shapiro sat up here last night, and he was all, it's all about the truth. Ben, I've known you a long time, brother. You can't handle the truth. Let's face it, Ben Shapiro is the farthest thing from MAGA. Let's be blunt. He is a hardcore never Trumper. He's a hardcore never Trumper. In the spring of 16, he tried to upend Breitbart. He walked off the job, made a big deal about some incident in Mar-a-Lago with Corey Lewandowski. He tried to turn it to Ted Cruz from Donald Trump because he hated Donald Trump. In the general election, he barely supported Donald Trump. The first sign of when President Trump gets sent back to Mar-a-Lago, the very first individual that jumped on the Ron DeSantis train, the Israel First train, was Ben Shapiro. And those are the darkest days we had. In 21 and 22, you guys were there. He's consistently been against Trump. And now that President Trump doesn't back the Greater Israel Project. What is Greater Israel? It's not about Israel.
All right, dude, you got to stop lying there. I understand you calling out Ben Shapiro for being a never Trumper, which he was. He did support Hillary Clinton and say he would never vote for Trump. But stop pretending like Trump's not in the pocket of Israel. That's a joke. And also, Steve Bannon, you've had this Epstein interview for how long? 10 plus years, and you have a lot of goods on him. Why don't you release it unless you're involved with Epstein? Steve Bannon, I'm sorry, but you also aren't truly America first. Because if you were, you would release that, one. And two, you'd call Trump's ass out for exactly selling out to Israel, which Ben Shapiro as well does.
Itself, it's about an expansionist Israel, an imperial Israel that Netanyahu and that crowd have thought up. And the Israel First crowd is Ben Shapiro, Tel Aviv Mark Levin, and many others that want to put that ahead of America's interests.
Well, where is he wrong in that regard? They are trying to put Israel's interests before Americans. That is a fact. And so the best for last, let's see what Megyn Kelly has to say about Ben Shapiro talking shit about her friend, supposedly.
That Ben thinks he has the...
You mentioned him, and your name came up on this stage last night in regards to pretty much all of this. Would you like the opportunity to respond?
Well, I found it kind of funny that Ben thinks he has the power to decide who gets excommunicated from the conservative movement, which shows a willful blindness about his position in it. It reminded me a little of when the girl who was the head of our middle school chorus told me she was going to take all my friends away from me. Chorus? a head cheerleader maybe, but like, so I resent the whole thing. I object to the whole thing. Ben and I, he had the nerve to call me a friend right before he called me a despicable coward for not calling out the people he once called out. So he both wants to parent me and be my child. He wants to tell me what I have to do and who I have to say what to. And then when I don't, he and some of his friends want to act like utter victims because I won't do what they say. They need me. I have to be their daddy and step in to protect them. And I am not their daddy. And I resent that he thinks he's in a position to decide who must say what to whom and when.
All right, even though all of this sounds good, let's not pretend that Megyn Kelly isn't an utter sucker for the Israel lobby and the AIPAC lobby. This woman is too much of a chicken and a coward to call them out. She tiptoes around and has no balls. Just like when it comes to Pizzagate, she was the one main person that covered up Pizzagate. If you guys haven't heard that, I would suggest you look it up. Megyn Kelly is the girl that covered it up the most. Now, in regards to this whole situation with Israel, Megyn, grow a sack. Okay, you're starting to see how people treat you when you ask simple questions in regards to Israel. And it's just going to get worse. So you might as well just come out, show that you have some cojones, and just do exactly what Charlie Kirk does. Ask those tough questions. But she almost like cowers and like tiptoes very slowly because she's scared.
Thank you.
And fake.
So I don't think we are friends anymore. I've been a very good friend to Ben. Nobody knew who the heck Ben Shapiro was when I started putting him on my shows on the Fox News channel. And I helped make him a star. And I've been very, very good to Ben over the years. And he's been good to me too. He just recently came on my tour, as did you. And I gave him the most kind introduction I could possibly give him because I know that he's losing subscribers a lot. And so I tried to do something nice for him by giving him a long 10-minute intro and personally vouching for him. And we mixed it up on Israel out on stage. It wasn't Israel because we're on the same place on Israel. We mixed it up over whether Tucker Carlson should be excommunicated from the conservative movement, which I do not believe. And thank you. And when it was over, we hugged, said goodbye, and then we had a nice text exchange a couple days later saying our friendship was important to us. And the next thing I saw was him attacking me on stage last night as a coward. So that's not friendship. And I think that's fine with me, with friends like that.
Well, the problem is you're too much of a chicken shit. I mean, she's starting to just now see how the Israel lobby treats you. The minute you start asking questions, this is what they did to Candace. This is what they do to Tucker. This is what they do to anyone who starts saying the tough stuff because Israel owns our government. And it's so obvious at this point. Megyn, take that black pill. F the red pill. F the blue pill. F them both. It's the black pill time. It's hard America first season in here. No more sides. We are meeting in the middle. We are uniting and taking out this what's called cabal of pedos that run our government. It's really that simple. And unfortunately, this administration, who I voted for, is covering it up. And we need to wake the masses up. And I think that is happening, not just in America, but worldwide. Hope you guys have a great night. I'll be posting a few videos tomorrow. Hope you guys sleep good. See you on the next video. Peace.